Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. It's a beautiful Monday. It's going to be a great week this week. Lift up your heads because God is going to be with you, and God is going to bless the work of your hands. All that you set your hand to, everything good purpose that you have in your heart, God is going to bless in Jesus' name. I want to take you back to the book of Judges. Sometimes we go through these books like Judges and Joshua, and we think, oh, is there anything relevant to us today? There is, if we will think about it for a moment. And I want to show you one of those little thoughts today. In Judges chapter 8, verse 4, it said, Gideon and his 300 men, exhausted, yet keeping up the pursuit, came to the Jordan and crossed it. He said to the men of Succoth, Give my troops some bread, for they are worn out, and I am still pursuing Zebah and Zalmunna, the kings of Midian. Now I want you just to notice that first part. Gideon and his 300 men, exhausted, yet keeping up the pursuit. Exhausted, yet keeping up the pursuit. Now, before, in fact, last year, I taught you about how sometimes we can be too strong. And Gideon had to remove most of the men, and he got down to his Gideon 300. And you sometimes wonder, will these men be able to do the job? Well, these were a different type of men. Because God showed him how to choose well, because God knew what the future was, he chose men that even when they were tired, they didn't quit. Exhausted, yet keeping up the pursuit. Now, if you want to see the difference between people who walk in victory and people who accomplish things and people who live in mediocrity, it might be this would be number 1 or number 2 on the list. Exhausted, yet you keep going. Exhausted, yet you keep going. Most people, when they get a little tired, they give up. Most people, when they get a little tired, they quit. Most people, when they get a little tired, they say, I've worked hard enough. And that's why they live in mediocrity most of their life. But Gideon and his 300 men, exhausted, yet keeping up the pursuit. Can you keep going when you're tired? Now there's the question. Can you keep going when you're tired? Can you discipline yourself? Can you control yourself enough that even when you're tired, you stay focused on your goal and you keep going? If you want to live in success, you're going to have to learn this little secret.